What's good, y'all? This your boy Geronimo. I don't usually do this. I actually never do this, except for that one time, like 4 years ago, before the Wii U came out. I'm sorry, the Switch. Wow, that's crazy. 2016 was a hell of a year. But yeah, I'm here doing a little bit of discussion thoughts video. A bit different than usual. So Matt Booty, the head of Xbox Game Studios, he put out an article today on mcvuk.com. You're gonna see a link in the description below. Basically, what he was saying is that for the Xbox Series X, the next generation Xbox system coming out this holiday 2020, he pretty much said that Xbox Series X will not have any first party exclusives for the first year or two. So, all these other gaming outlets came out with their clickbaity titles, making it seem like they're not going to have any exclusives. So, the usual suspects are out there. Oh, Xbox got nothing for us. Now, that's not what it means. And I just wanted to make a video, just a thought when I read this earlier. And thanks to some of the nice folks over on my Twitter, twitter.com/Geronimo with an underscore at the end. They liked my tweet where I asked, would would you guys want to see like a video of my thoughts on this? Because people are always having hot takes on Xbox these days, and I like to talk about Xbox because they do little different things around here. But yeah, so generally what I believe they mean by that is that the Xbox Series X will still receive games. It's not like it's not going to receive any games at all from Xbox's first party studios. But I believe what they mean is they're going to release those games not only on the Xbox Series X, but the Xbox One X, the Xbox One S, the revision of the first Xbox One, aka the VCR box. I think it's too big. But yeah, so I mean, when you first look at this, you think, now why would anyone want to go this route, this strategy? And I think it's not a bad idea, especially with the game plan Xbox is going on nowadays. So if you guys don't know, I mean, you should know, but Xbox has really been focusing on more subscriptions the past year or two. They've introduced the Xbox Game Pass, which is amazing, the best deal of gaming. Pay a certain amount per month for this instant library to download, whether it's on your Xbox or PC. They also are working on xCloud, their streaming service, which is currently in beta now. And they're really focusing on these subscriptions. They're not necessarily focused too much on, how many people buy the new box that's releasing this year, but it's more so subscription. And while the Xbox One, wasn't the best generation for Xbox, especially compared to the 360, as far as games and proper word of mouth and reception, it's still racked up at this point, from what I can recall, up to 50 million people worldwide. People own it. So instead of just doing the traditional next gen where you just start a new console and just abandon that previous gen of people, that could be possibly 50 million Xbox Game Pass subscribers. They're looking to grow it with this new higher tier, more robust Xbox with all the latest specs for high teraflop power and whatever buzzwords you guys like to use. They really want to focus on building this ecosystem, this user base. And just looking at it from what they said, Matt Booty and even Phil Spencer in the past as well, I don't think it's a bad idea, at least for what they're trying to do. That instead of just starting fresh with 2, 3, 4 million Xbox Series X consoles and people they may get just during the holiday season this year, they'll have that plus the 50 million that have all got Xboxes now that are possible users. And it's not like that is bad to where no one will want to buy the new Xbox Series X. I think people are still gonna want to buy it because you might even have those folks that's had an Xbox One since 2013, 2014, and they want to upgrade, and maybe they just didn't want to get an Xbox One X. Well, the Series X isn't even a step higher than the Xbox One X, which is that's great. I'm sure the games are gonna look phenomenal on that one for sure. And so I think that's gonna be fine for that. Another reason why I think that's okay, and it's interesting, thought process, is that just because a game is made for a new console doesn't mean it can't be made for an old one with like lower specs. Like we see this all the time. Like PC games they're made to be scalable. Like they're not always made for like 1440p, 60 or 120 frames or anything like that. Shoot, we still have folks out here rocking, older hardware that can just get them 720p 30 frames. Now, I know that's an extreme comparison, but what I'm basically trying to say is these games will be scalable. Like we know about Halo Infinite, which will be pretty much Halo 6. That's going to pretty much be the flagship game for Xbox Series X for sure. But it's still going to come out on those, the current gen Xbox Ones. And I'm sure it's still going to look good there. I think, some of the games that they do have coming within the next year or so, like I'm sure Hellblade will be there. The next Forza Motorsport will probably be there. Some other stuff. Like, we even have Ninja Theory's next game coming out in spring. I believe it's called Bleeding Edge. Yeah, the 4v4 battle action game. I'm sure that's still gonna, they're gonna release it on the next gen console too. So they're really focusing on subscriptions. They're really focusing on, even rewarding those that have stuck with the Xbox One this whole time, despite, some games just taking too long to come out, not meeting expectations, like Crackdown 3. Some games just getting canceled straight up, like Scalebound. Also, the new Fable that was being made. That studio got shut down too. The Lionhead Studios. Rest in peace, them boys, man. So, overall, I don't think it's just like a super terrible idea. I think those that are kind of short-minded and, aren't trying to see the bigger picture, what they're trying to do, I think they're just not seeing the grand picture. And, I'm not saying they're going to come out swinging and be like the best thing ever, but I see more good and bad in it. So, those are my kind of quick thoughts on it. So that's pretty much it. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is a good idea? Do you think this is, just them showing weakness or bowing out? Or do you think they're just trying to, treat all of their users well, grow the Game Pass subscriptions, and even letting their newer, recently acquired studios, breathe a bit, make games at their own pace? I'm sure some will release in 2021. I'm sure the bulk of them will be 2022 or even 2023, depending on the scope of it. And so that's just kind of what I think. I appreciate anyone that watches or listens to this. I've always thought about doing more discussion videos because I do like talking about games and tech, and I follow a lot of folks that do the same. So I always feel like I could bring my voice into the whole realm of it all too. So if you do like what you heard / watched, be sure to subscribe. This will be on my YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/Geronimo with an underscore at the end. It's spelled JAHRANIMO. And, just look forward to more like this. If y'all like it, I'll keep doing it. But other than that, you guys have a great day, night, wherever you live, and peace out.